Okay, so I just would like to state that this is definitely going to be the last issue of X-Men Red I do. This, it's not even cringe, it's just like bad and not fun and just ugh. And you know what? You beat me, Tom Taylor. You beat me down with this fucking trash. Okay, so let's just take a look at this cover. Namor, we've got him looking exactly like... Okay, if you've ever played Smash Bros, I'm pretty sure all of the iterations have them, except, you know, for the original. You get little statues, and it's in other games. You can look at statues of characters, and you can, you know, flip them around and look at it. That's exactly what this looks like. It looks like if I had a controller, I could just rotate them and be like, oh, this is what the bottom of Namor's feet looks like. That's pretty cool. I'm not saying I like it. I don't understand why they would dedicate time to that for video games, but this is what that looks like. And it's stupid. And you can't even do this in water. You can't hold that pose underwater. I don't care if you are half Atlantean. Water doesn't work this way. It's just like you have Namor, a character who, you know, is the very first mutant, one of the very first Marvel anything, and you treat him like a statue just doing nothing. Why does he need gloves anyway? What the fuck? Okay, so we get into this, and we finally see Cassandra Nova, and you think in this issue, alright, her master plan is really going to be unveiled. We're going to see what she's been doing, what she's been cooking up for all these muties. And that's where you'd be wrong. Because I'm pretty sure what's going to happen in every single issue, there's going to be some cookie cutter thing that is exactly like real life or heavily influenced by real life, and it's not cool at all. Also, I'd like to point out, I've never played this, so I have zero desire, but did they change Brother Voodoo to not have a skull paint, and they just has a V on its head? Not cool at all. So we're in Warsaw, which is in Poland. God, she looks even manlier than normal. I don't know what's going on. So she's got the president of Poland, and she tells him that he's doing the right thing for your citizens, and you're doing what's right for your country. Sign it, Mr. President. Protect your people. Oh, God. You know what I'm afraid of in comic books? Legislation. Especially Polish legislation. Now, I don't know if there's some sort of thing that Tom Taylor is referencing in Poland or what. The only thing I know about Poland right now, and it's not even right now, this is old news, is tons of Polish immigrants have been migrating to England and other places. They've been taking everybody's damn jobs. And that's the big thing I know about Poland. It's just people are leaving Poland for better work. Terrifying. So we see nearby this single police officer. I don't know why he's doing this, who he is, any of those things that could probably help me out. He's telling a green guy, I feel like this is the laziest way you could tell me that someone's a mutant. Just give him green skin, give him yellow eyes. Boom, bang. Bing, bang, boom, he's a mutant. And he must die. And then he's telling him, you need to leave, it's not safe. Take your son and go. I mean, he should just be telling him this. Why is he not just shooting him right now? Why is that not even happening? So we get this double page spread because nobody wants to write this. And nobody wants to read it. So let's take up as much space as we can. So let's look at the team lineup here. Basically, the top row are your key players. Jean Grey, Nightcrawler, Trinary, Wolverine, Honey Badger. These are the ones who have been in every single issue. And we got Namor, who has been in like 2, Gambit, which was in 1, and he completely disappeared. Storm, who was in 1, but I guess she's part of the team. Gentle, who didn't appear until like the 3rd issue. And then he came back. 9 people on a team is too many damn people. Especially when 2 of them are the same. Especially when one of them really has no personality whatsoever. And Namor is just, I feel like he's their, I don't want to say Bruce Wayne because he's not there for monetary reasons. He just has the power of Atlantis to support them in whatever they do. So he's a benefactor in some form. I feel pretty accurate in saying. Okay. So we start off, I gotta skip a couple pages, and trust me, I'm saving everyone time with this. So in the third issue at the Tiki Torch rally for Tiki Torch enthusiasts, a man shot down a woman who was basically Angel. She had big wings, and he was like, hey, that's a super lame, unimaginative mutant you are. We already got one of those. We honestly don't need any more of them. Bang, bang, bang. You know how it goes. I mean, if you're going to be a mutie, at least be your own type of mutie. And it's like a Fox News, Alex Jones type of guy who's like, he was defending himself against the mutie scourge, which he's absolutely right. He's absolutely right. So we see that this guy, he's in a hospital. Oh man, he's chinked up. He's screaming about mutants. He's screaming about abominations. They're everywhere. They truly are, and they need to be eradicated. And we see somebody's got a cart and a face mask, and we know something's up. And the police officer who's standing guard says, I'll be your escort. No, I don't need one. You don't get a choice. We see him. He's got a beautiful blonde faux hawk. He takes care of it. So the person who was masquerading as a nurse grabs him and hands him his phone number, it looks like. What is going on here? He's just putting his mouth over his hand and giving him a piece of paper that says, yo, this comic sucks ass, just go to sleep and it'll be over. And the guy takes his advice almost immediately. And we see it was Gambit, which, I mean, you don't ever want to send Gambit undercover. I mean, Gambit's doing this of his own volition. He's doing his own thing. But Gambit, you gotta know, you can't be going undercover. Not with those beautiful eyes you have, Gambit. Come on. So, Jean Grey starts talking to him telepathically. You're not alone. But they're all around me. Yeah, I know. They need to be eradicated. You started us off. You will be remembered as the pioneer that you are, nameless white man. Don't forget. And we see Nightcrawler, Jean, and Trinary are here. Now, tell me if this looks off. I feel like Jean Grey looks like a goddamn giant here. Also, I don't like Trinary's posture here. What is going on? It's like she's trying, I don't know, she's sitting arched. It looks wrong. But Jean Grey looks positively massive compared to him. I mean, her size is not reduced at all, and she's further in the room. She's almost the same proportions as Nightcrawler, and he's at least 3 feet closer. So it just looks weird. Gambit's like, oh, what is this? We're here for the same reason you are, to work out why a young girl was killed. She's a mutie. But it's not what it seems, Trinary. Hello, yeah, everybody be ready to have her for at least like 5 more years. And I have linked minds and have been working to find to find a way to safely disable a sentinel in this man's head. Mutant! Did your hair color change? Did your hair color change, angry white man? So, in the last issue it was revealed that there are these things, Sentinites, Sentinels, Nanites, pairing those two words together, and they make people hate mutants because there's no way that anyone could just hate a mutant. Okay? Obviously hate is manufactured. I mean, yeah, racism is, let's just cut to the chase. This is what it's about. There are people who are racist who were taught that. And that's wrong. It's absolutely despicable. I don't even understand how that would work. But then there are some people who are raised correctly, who are intelligent, and end up being racist anyway. Somehow. I don't know how that works. I don't get it. But whatever. In this universe, it's because Sentinites, which they don't even mention, you made up a word last issue and they're not even mentioning it now. This thing is like, it's slogged to get through. It's not even any fun. So they shut off the Sentinite in his head, and he's like, mute, what? And he sort of reflects that he did murder a person, and that's gotta be pretty harsh. And Jean Grey tells Kurt Nightcrawler that his father's downstairs, but they're not letting him see, so he bamfs his father there. Oh, I gotta show. He bamfs his father there, and then they're, look, you gotta bamf his father out, and then we gotta go. And then, are you ready to see the gayest Sentinel of all time? Are you ready to see that? That shit is gay. There's no other word for me to describe that. And of course, Gambit, he's like, oh my god, that shit's the gayest shit I've ever seen. So he wants to destroy it, obviously. But he can't, because apparently it's Gay Pride Month. I didn't even know that was a thing, but it'd be even more of a hate crime if you destroyed this Sentinel. And apparently they've been painting it, and apparently at some point Gambit exploded Honey Badger in Madripoor, and I wish that was in the continuity. So they refer to the Sentinel as Sentinel X. Is she Easternary's robot? Her, I'm not going to do a Cajun accent, I'm sorry. How do you know the giant killbot is a girl? We can explain sexting Sentinels on the way. You see what I'm talking about? Do you see what I'm talking about? This shit isn't even fun. Also, this girl is like 8 years old. Stop making her reference sex. It's odd. It makes me, and also why is she on the team? Straight up, we can have two that are the same and just one's a little kid. It doesn't make any goddamn sense. So, Jean Grey's like, we gotta go to Poland because that stuff's going down. And we see this panel, which I don't really understand at all because Gambit cannot fly. I've read early Gambit. This guy doesn't fly. And I think what they're trying to posit here is he's using his kinetic energy field to make himself and Honey Badger float. And it's my understanding that Gambit, his power is kinetic energy. He can charge anything, but if whatever he charges is eventually going to explode. So my question is are we witnessing a suicide murder pact before our very eyes, and then it just doesn't work and he's so disappointed? Don't be trying to rewrite my man's powers, okay? If you're trying to kill him to get him out of here and kill this thing to get it out of Marvel, that makes total sense to me, and I'm down with that idea. But this doesn't work. You don't know shit about Gambit, so I don't know, you just go Google it. Christ. So they head to Poland where a bunch of mutants are just, what was their game plan? Okay, you know what, I just realized their game plan doesn't even make sense. I really thought this video was going to be 5 minutes, so I'm probably going to start talking really fast. Quickly, Philip, we have to get to the boats. Number one, the way you spelled your son's name, he should be taken away from you. And all these cops show up, and were they just going to run into the sea? All the mutants in Poland can breathe underwater? I don't understand. And we see the military shows up, and we see that this guy, he wasn't just a regular green man, he was a frilled lizard man, who his child should still be taken away from because he spelled Philip in a dumb way. Also, is this not the laziest frilled lizard shit you've ever seen? This looks like a fucking, oh god, like sandwich paper wrapped around this guy's head. Jesus Christ. It's like perforated edges of a paper towel. Good God. So we see this thing making its grand entrance and just, good God. And so they're like, was this your plan to make people fight and invade sovereign nations? I'm actually hoping they have a way around that. And we see this team in all their glory. Look how cool they look. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. They don't. And then, of course, the military starts fighting on them. We see this thing posing like this. It's so gay. It's so fucking gay. Just Jesus. And then they sort of fight, and then we see this huge double-page spread of Jean Grey just floating and getting around, being in people's minds. I feel like this is a staple of this series, is Jean Grey. Stuff is happening, and then Jean Grey floats, and she peers into people's heads as people just stand around. And I think, you know what, I think that's just symbolizing how powerful she is, how everything just comes to a standstill, but I gotta tell you, it's not very good, it's not fun to look at all. This guy, he's put up his sandwich paper, everybody's dropping their guns. We had this one guy who just wants to keep shooting them, which he's right, end this, end all of our suffering. And we see Namor, he pops up out of the water, and he says, your little army stands on the shores of the Baltic Sea. If your president could... I can't even read this. My brain doesn't even want me to decipher this text. If your president would like to continue safely trading and flying over my waters, then I suggest you pull back from my border. My question is, what does Namor get out of a partnership with Poland? What goods does Atlantis need? I don't know, medicine? Towels? What? What do they need? What do they need? Also, his X-Men outfit makes him look like a pastor or a priest or something. I don't know. And then eventually, all the muties go into this thing, and they go to Atlantis, which I'm sure oh my god, is the next issue going to be about native Atlanteans not locking all these immigrants? Probably not. Here's a preview of the next issue. I'm not buying. This shit wasn't even fun. It's stupid. I don't even know what you're doing, Tom Taylor. I don't even know what you're even trying to achieve here. Honestly.